A new video of the attack has now emerged. Video shows mayhem after the attack. Tourists were heard screaming and scrambling for safety. That's the latest video that we've been able to gather here at India Today. Look at the sheer chaos when when firing broke out. That's how tourists were scrambling for safety. Gunshots were heard, and that's what created a lot of mayhem and chaos. That's what spread all the fear that you see on your screen. Sunil Ji Bhatt is joining me for more on this. Sunil, in terms of the chronology of events, could you, given this video that we now have as something to associate the whole chronology of events with, could you tell us how it all began and how is it then the forces then reacted to these visuals that we are seeing?
A horrific terror attack took place in South Kashmir's Pahalgam today. Now a fresh video has surfaced in which one can see that there is mayhem and chaos in that particular place because there were a large number of tourists there, and suddenly a group of terrorists came and they started firing indiscriminately. They looked for the identities of these tourists, and Hindus were targeted. They were killed in cold blood, and it was a massacre, and it has shocked the entire nation. Shock waves have been sent across the nation, and now there are protests across across the country, with many organizations have given a call for Jammu Band. Even in the Kashmir Valley, many organizations have come forward and they have given call for Kashmir Band. But this was a tourist spot in the Kashmir Valley, a famous tourist spot of Pahalgam. And today terrorists targeted the innocent tourists. Hindu tourists have been targeted, and it's clear that it was Pakistan's game plan. And these terrorists, as per our sources, there were 3 to 4 terrorists, who were involved in this dastardly terror attack. And they were also accompanied by some of their local, overground workers, because without the help of local overground workers, such kind of terror attack could not have taken place. And these terrorists had done a proper recce. They had prior information that there will be, presence of tourists there, and it was a secluded area. There was, it's located in a densely forested area, and they chose this area to target these tourists. Now the security forces have...
Sunil, just hold on. Let's play out the visual for our viewers once more. This is the visual that we've managed to get hold of just moments ago, and this is the latest in terms of the Pahalgam attack that took place earlier in the day. This is the very moment that the attack happened. It shows you absolute mayhem that broke out in Pahalgam when terrorists indiscriminately, in cold blood, opened fire at innocent tourists who were some of whom were accompanied by family members, were horse riding.
कोई दिसता जहांगीर तो यार बिहारियां पीछे जुलदे यार तू मौत दी कसम इधर गेंद है उमर ओ ता जुलदे यार उमरा चलना यार ओए था कोई दिसता जहांगीर तो यार बिहारियां पीछे जुलदे यार तू मौत दी कसम इधर गेंद है उमर ओ ता जुलदे यार उमरा चलना यार.
Sunil, we just played out those visuals for our viewers. Extremely disturbing to see those visuals and hear those screams as well. But in terms of the investigation, where have the authorities reached thus far? Has there been any headway in terms of connecting the dots and able to zero in on possible suspects?
Harshit, a massive counter-terror operation has been launched in this particular area, and teams from the Indian Army, Jammu and Kashmir Police's Special Operations Group, and the Central Paramilitary Forces have rushed to this particular spot, and they are on their job. The priority is to neutralize those terrorists, who are hiding in that forest belt. But since it's dark now, so right now a cordon has been laid. But in the morning we will see some movement as far as the security forces are concerned. They will move closer to this forest belt and the adjoining mountains, and they will try to trace those terrorists who carried out this dastardly terror attack. And the priority is to neutralize them as soon as possible. But our sources are telling us that these terrorists were helped by some of their local, overground workers, and these terrorists had done a proper recce. NI is also going to, join the investigation. They are also going to visit this spot, and they are also going to collect vital clues. Forensic teams will also be going there, but since it's dark, so these teams are going to visit the exact terror attack spot in the morning. But the local administration as well as the government right now is also focusing, which is the main focus right now, is to provide relief to the injured tourists. They are being treated in different hospitals, and those who are critical are being rushed to specialized hospital in Srinagar. But the entire nation is outraged, and people are saying that how long such terror attacks will take place in Jammu and Kashmir. And now this time, tourists have been targeted, innocent tourists have been targeted. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, now we are learning, has, cut short his Saudi Arabia visit. He is going to return to the country. He is going to return to India. And Home Minister Amit Shah is already in Srinagar. He has held, meetings with top officials from the Indian Army, Jammu and Kashmir Police, as well as with, Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister, as well as Lieutenant Governor. So the priority is to, provide relief to the injured tourists, as well as the priority is also to, trace those terrorists who carried out this dastardly attack. And the security forces are on their job, and they are trying their level best to flush out these terrorists who are hiding in the forest belt and maybe in the adjoining mountains in Pahalgam.
Thank you so much, Sunil, for sharing all those details with us.
उमरा चलना यार ओ ये था कोई दिसता जहांगीर तो यार बेड़ियां पीछे जुलदे यार तू मौत दी कसम इधर गेंद है उमरा चलना यार ओ ये था कोई दिसता जहांगीर तो यार बेड़ियां पीछे जुलदे यार